There you go.
And Kevin.
All right, everybody. We got waiting on a few more people. James should be here pretty soon, but figure let's get started. First things first. This will be explained in about a minute. Bad news overall. Everyone know about Opportunity? Yeah, how Mars has claimed another robotic victim. Now we got even more dead robots there, which makes me sad. There's all kinds like Reddit, and it's just full of horrible memes. They are fun to read, but I feel bad for laughing. Secondly, this is what the first page is about. How many people knew or has seen this on the general channel? Everybody?
Please be everyone.
Everybody?
Can't read that.
So what this is pretty much NASA saying, we can't build our pit in time inside, so instead of having people come down to Florida to mine, on-site mining is canceled. That means that no one is going to Florida. I make a speech about people going to Florida, and then bad things happen. I just shouldn't make speeches. This is just a bad day. But
one meeting too early.
yeah, one meeting. I just procrastinated.
Like, no, just none of us are going.
Just none of us. It was something we knew. I felt it. I knew it would happen. So this was on Valentine's Day.
Don't talk about it like that, Ben.
Oh jeez. Valentine's Day, everything what you love to see from NASA. One of the teams, I think it was South Dakota, said, NASA broke up with us on Valentine's Day, and it's true. What this does mean is since we won't be able to mine in Florida, they're putting more emphasis on things like the outreach papers, system engineering, our proof of life video, and our slide presentation, which I'm not really sure how they're going to do. We'll probably find out in a minute. So we are still, they said, oh, if you're interested, let us know. I submitted that day one. We're still pushing forward with all of our NASA deadlines. The next one, I have on here somewhere. But long story short, no one gets to go to Florida, which sucks, but we get to do a bunch of other cool things like save money, build budget for next year. There's all, admin's coming up with a couple different things we can do, and we'll keep you advised with that. I will say that being the team captain, NASA sends out a list of all the team captains and team advisors, and so we all have each other's email addresses. Probably a quarter to a third of the teams imploded when they saw this, like hardcore, like the world is ending. Kind of like Green was doing before Mark stepped in on Thursday. So,
Just said fucking runny.
but yeah, that. But so there's probably 10 to 15 teams that are just done with NASA and RMC, and I will say I'm glad that our team didn't react quite that violently and explosively. So it does suck. It's important to remember this isn't NASA's fault. They've warned us that this would happen. So,
Are there any teams that have that have just said that they're gonna not even try, not even be a part of it at all?
there's one or two that are. It's in front of me. One of them, Hawaii, is a big one.
The more that drop out, the higher up we possibly.
That's true. That's true.
Third place out of 3, you know.
So my dad pointed this out. I was in a dark mood. I may have punched the steering wheel a few times. You know, I got this while I was driving. So I'm a bad driver to begin with. This made me worse.
And then you reading the email.
I'm reading the email. I'm getting bad news from NASA. Yeah, I'm glad. It's amazing to get pulled over. But my parents point out the fact that NASA has been saying we need someone to beat Alabama for 8 years. And Alabama gets a lot of points from autonomy and on-site mining, which they don't have anymore. So, hey, we might actually beat Alabama this year because outreach, system engineering, and presentations we got in third, and second on last year. So we're in a good spot. On Alabama.
And we have the advantage this year where Northrop Grumman has offered help on the systems engineering page.
Yeah. On Alabama, I know the admin team like to give them crap, but they are good students. They are nice people. So if you keep that in mind, take anything away from this, that Alabama, they offered up their own pit, their own location, their own funds, and some sponsor funds to make a competition at University of Alabama. And it would have been fine if we decided to go. I think we would have had a good time. It'd be a great learning opportunity, but we can honestly do a lot of stuff here, and we can just hang out with Portland and Washington. So we're not going to Alabama, not because we don't like them, but because we can do cooler things here.
Well, and also because we put it to a vote, the team said no.
Yes.
But most of the team didn't vote.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Same
Non-response bias. I purposely didn't respond.
So onto general updates. We're going to have a build session Saturday and Sunday, probably from We have the SWE event on Saturday, so probably from noon to 3. That sound good? On Saturday, and then Sunday. When's a good time, Tina? I'm just what the fuck? Cool. We'll try and do stuff both days, but at the very least noon to 3 on Saturday. Is Aaron here? He's not.
Film club is scheduled for this week.
Film club is scheduled for this week.
And when we're gonna watch The Martian.
Martian.
Saving Private Ryan, Martian.
Martian.
Come on, Martian.
Martian.
Spielberg versus some other guy.
Versus some guy. Aaron worked with Northrop Grumman to schedule this event at Viewmont High School. It's super early on Friday. I'm going. If you guys can make it, cool. If not, it's not a big deal. He might be pestering someone for like one more person to go. I don't know. If he does, if you can go, you can go. What's up?
Do you know how long it would take to get there?
It's a bountiful, and we'll be leaving from here, so half an hour, 45 minutes.
So if you can be here, you can get a ride, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So if you can be here at
So
5
that's when we're
o'clock in the
due.
morning.
So yeah. So we'd probably leave at like 6:45. I'm a morning person, so this is fine for me, but most people aren't. I mentioned the Swede tabling. That is on the 23rd. It's kind of like it's very similar to the one we did last year, where we're sort of in the lobby and people can come by and look at our stuff. They'll give us breakfast, and then they go off and do their own kind of learn about engineering for women in engineering. So that's
where is that one at?
Catmull, I believe.
Catmull.
Yeah. Let's see, anything else? NASA roster has been submitted. They're making us meet our deadlines, even though that's kind of pointless now. That's the people who were going to Florida. We have to get another roster submitted May 1st, and then our outreach paper is due in about a month and a half. So, cool. When James shows up, he'll tell you everyone the good news. We got actually really good news on that front. This is, for those who were there on Saturday, this is our new lab. And you all have probably seen it before, but now we've got 2 robots and a prototype there. Mechanical, when we break up for the night, I'm going to have you go down to the clinic and see if there's anything we missed. Pretty much all of our tools and supplies are in the lab now. Ted is going to have programming electrical move our stuff over there at night, or their stuff over there at night. And then we should be mostly done. There's going to be some random bits and ends, like the shirts and the food, which we've got to move over at some point. But let's get what we can moved tonight.
And I collected some things from that deep, dark corner that I knew was definitely ours and pulled it out.
Mhm.
So that's easier to grab. There's still some things buried under there we need to figure out. But
There's a disclaimer that we are still welcome in the clinic. John is happy to have us there, but this is our space and it won't be in anyone's way. So if you have stuff you want to get done in the clinic, go to the clinic. If you want to go to our lab, find an admin and we'll get you in there. Speaking of the lab, if you haven't filled this out, please do. This is so we can use tools like drills, hand saws, that type of stuff. And then, wow.
are we switching to agile mode?
Yeah, agile mode.
Fancy stuff.
While we're waiting for that, Ben, how goes mobility?
Fine.
Fine.
That's it. Just pretty good, you know.
Pretty good, you know. We got
We have
Bitch.
almost the second half assembled. We just were missing a drive motor and a NEMA on Saturday. I think they're just in the
Yeah.
clinic downstairs. Okay. So I don't know where they
yeah, I
are.
mean, we have the one side on, we have the parts for the second side. Just finding where all of the pieces are at proves difficult sometimes.
Hopefully being in the lab will help
Yeah.
make that easier.
Yeah, finding stuff and then moving it definitely makes things a lot.
Also, for those who don't know, Cole is setting up an inventory system, so we'll be able to know where things are in the lab. So like, oh, I know we had a drill or we had a motor. You can go into this cabinet or this drawer, and in theory, you find things.
And that's also going to be important because we're probably going to get some equipment from the electrical engineering department, and we need to make sure that that never goes missing.
Ever.
What kind of equipment?
Soldering iron, power supply, logic analyzer.
Fancy black smoke stuff.
flamethrower.
If they have a yellow or a red
Oh, dude,
sticker on
we
it.
can totally buy a board
then
company
it's very
flamethrower
bad to
now.
go missing.
We should.
We could make one really easy.
That's true.
I've
That's
seen
true.
them taking apart, but not that.
That's what we should do.
Have you seen the ones with the clear tubing where the flame goes through the tubing and then out?
I haven't.
Oh, I gotta
Oh,
see
yeah.
those. Yeah, like
Plasma coil.
yeah,
Rifle.
yeah.
So robots. Normally I hit up James, but he's not here. Rian, you're the next Digger representative. What's up?
Okay. So Digger is last week we kind of had a bit of a setback. We discovered that even though we had like everything that we could do to reduce loss of torque with the current with the motor that we had for the prototype, there is no way that thing will ever dig because that motor is just so laughably weak. And so we've said screw that, and we now are fully planning on using our big boy. It's got more than enough torque, but we're currently designing motor. Well, we've got the design for the motor housing. It should be either printed or in progress, and then we got orders. Should have orders going out soon on the pulleys and other stuff involved.
Cool.
Bell driven, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have anything agile related on mechanical? So what have we got?
Let's see here. Oh, that's Treasury. I was wondering
That's
why
new.
everything had hours on it. Because James. Mobility, right?
Yes, and Digger.
And is Digger down at the bottom? Or that's not on here? Or
Looks
that's
like we
not
have
on here.
mobility.
So, come on. Gearbox design and refinement. That's on mobility.
The gearboxes are pretty much done.
We can't really refine it until we do testing.
I'm gonna put it
Yeah.
into closed
They
just
they
because.
move right now. We will end up redesigning to change the gear ratio, but as of right now, they work just fine.
Okay. Gooseneck adaptation with 9mm spacers.
Yeah. Those are
Yeah.
done.
Done.
That's very much done.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like we don't update this as much as we should. I know that I haven't looked at it for a long time.
Yeah, I know that.
All right, that's all of
Mechanical.
mechanical.
What's up, electrical? Tina?
Bloop.
Last week we made a lot of wires.
Like you made wires? Like when
Well, we
collected that ore?
Like
and-
more of the copper.
Yeah.
We fixed all of the bigger wires so that hopefully they won't snap off, like the connectors won't snap off as easily. So that happened, and then we took a look at the layout for the inside of the robot, which will be interesting for sure. But
Like good interesting or bad?
it's kind of small, so we're planning on using the walls as much as possible, and with an aluminum chassis, I'm not entirely sure how we're going to do that, probably with a lot of Velcro.
Okay.
But, so, basically we're just ready to install these.
Agile stuff?
Battery procedures, Tina? Nope. Okay.
Nope.
Fill out connector sheet.
That one's actually done.
Yay!
POSIX power system. That's Alex. I think he's still working on that, right?
So it's like designed as far as I know, and we have the parts in the order sheet, but nothing has been ordered, nothing's here, so it's still in
Okay.
progress.
Design PDB and circuit maker. That's still in progress as far as I know. And circuit maker is stupid. We'll never use it again.
Tell us.
It's not worth the collaborative feature that it offers.
So we should make it get collaborative on use e-commerce.
No, we're already deep enough into this that we're using it for this year. It's the point of no return.
Give up a project.
Power node current measurement.
So we have the finished boards here, we haven't had a lot of chances to test it, because motors have been different places.
Okay.
So it just needs to be tested.
Yeah. Find power meter.
We're
Pretty
just
sure.
gonna use
The one that we already have.
Yeah.
Well, we don't even need it anymore.
No, not really.
Because we are no longer going to competition this year.
Yeah. Is that everything?
Yep.
We need to make sure we
Program.
add more stuff in the future, but maybe.
What's up with programming, Ted?
At this point, we're still just waiting for a robot to integrate all of our software into it, right?
I think that we can test some, like, see what we can get running on the Jetson. See if we can get rough teleop node going, and that would be kind of running on a test bed that we work with electrical on. To kind of get things wired up. I think it's gonna be in the new lab, so we can just work on the bench there and have everything hooked up
Okay.
in a place that we don't have to move it all the time.
That means we'll have to probably connect the Jetson to
Or you just run it offline, like.
Well, but we need to pull our code from GitHub, don't we?
Yeah, we can figure that out.
Anywho, Agile.
Let's see. POSIX, still working on it. O-drive control.
Yeah, so everything's pretty much done. The ROS node we're using for testing, and then right now I'm just seeing if we can pre-calibrate the O drives with the wheels and gearboxes on them. Because that was giving me some trouble.
Okay.
So
Z point cloud still in progress, to my knowledge, right, Ted?
yep, I can also for the Z. So we do
Cool.
have it like, integrated and everything. We're just kind of working on getting useful information off the RTAB map.
Yeah, we're basically trying to figure out how to feed Z into RTAB map.
We already have those.
Does it actually work well?
From what I can see, yeah.
All right. Let's work on a little bit more testing on that and see how we can integrate it with the rest of our autonomy stack.
Right.
M5 design and testing.
Say it's more or less complete. We'll need a few tweaks once we have everything else made.
Cool.
It's there. I
Test.
just need Roboclaw added.
You still need RoboClaw added, or?
It's on there.
Oh, in open project.
So we need to add a thing. Is that what you're saying? Okay. We'll do that when we break up. Test POSIX can't be done until POSIX is done. Find POSIX positions on collector bin. Still waiting on POSIX. Kalman filter sensor fusion stuff.
I've like done very little except like reading the past 2 weeks. So.
All right. Motion planning. Sure. Like.
Yeah, we're put on hold for a bit, just working with IMU stuff, but I think we're moving towards that now, so put it in progress.
All right.
We're just getting started actually, but yeah.
And then localization. That's kind of part of POSIX and stuff.
Yes.
O-drive control still. It's done, right? Is that what we just said?
I think so.
Yeah.
Stepper motor stuff, Ted?
I met with Chris last week. He sounds like he's got some code done. We just need to test it.
All right. Then rocker buggy motion control
Progress.
in progress. So yeah, cool.
Making progress, even though it's slow, but I won't say we have more time because we still need to have a finished robot by May 1st. But there are extenuating circumstances. Since James isn't here yet, what's up, Ed?
Sorry, I here's what you're saying. Okay, I was just say, you mentioned that Alabama doesn't have, it can't be tested on autonomy. Are we not being tested on autonomy in the virtual competition, whatever is left?
It would be addressed in system engineering, but like they can't tell if your robot is autonomous via the proof of live video.
You can say it is.
You can say it is, and you give proof via the system engineering report.
Yeah, we'll probably talk about our autonomy approach in system engineering. And also, since we've already got most of teleop working or ready to go at least, we can kind of make a push for autonomy.
And if we do things like in the proof of live video include the POSIX tags, what we have, what we use for autonomy, because since that's the only proof that we built a robot, they'll be looking much heavily into the proof of live.
Yeah,
Before
so-
it was, oh, they have a robot. Now it's the robot does what they said it should do.
And you can think of it this way: we now have 2 years to work on autonomy instead of just one, which will definitely be useful if we keep the same platform for next year.
That's the plan.
Yeah.
Well, you have 1 year.
Money-wise, as James mentioned last week, there was the mining department who we're through has like a kind of, they have us in a different account and I wasn't sure whose money went where, and there was 6,000 in the other account, and turns out James is quite confident we got all of that. So we went from having 800 in the budget to 6,000 plus 2,000 back from the vans, and then if we get 3,000 back from the Airbnb, we'll be around the 11,000 mark. That's a good place to be. We can actually buy things and build a robot now. I will caution buying lots of stuff until we know what NASA's going to do. Also, space grants, our normal funding sponsor, they might go away because they are having similar issues that NASA had of having people funding, that type of stuff. So that $11,000 might have to last us through next year. But we have lots and lots of money. So we can kind of do some pretty cool things. I think that's all I got. Mechanical, like I said, head down to the clinic, see if I forgot anything, and then from this point on, from this week on, since electrical and programming moving over there, instead of going to the clinic, unless you really want to, we'll just head on over to the new lab. Cool. Let's build a robot.
Okay, I need to talk to you and Josh.